In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful.
Yes, ma'am. I did see that. I saw it on the news. I've been checking it out, following it online, Facebook posts and what have you.
I am aware of the shooting. Yeah, it's all over the news and the internet, so it's kind of hard to not be.
This year?
This year, in 2015, in America.
Dang.
So you're right, yeah, they do happen quite often.
No.
I actually am not informed of that. The news hasn't showed me that at all.
Though it's, it's a ton of white kids. Of course they're not going to.
Do you think it's fair that these incidents are not classified as terrorism, or do you think it's fair that the media never mentions the religion of the shooter, but if a Muslim does the same thing in this country, it's blamed on Islam? So do you think it's fair?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. That's a different perspective that I haven't heard in the media, so I don't know how to answer that. I never thought about it long enough to know, but religion's probably a factor, and perception of religious beliefs is generally a factor in a lot of reasons why people do stuff now.
Well, the roots in Islam are obvious, and they're apparently not supporting the Christian people. So, yeah, that's a good question. It's hard for me to say. I don't like to. I don't know much about the Islam faith and Muslim faith.
I personally, I don't see the religion being part of it. I think the way we throw around the word terrorism, like right now, if you ask me to give a concise definition, I should be able to, but I wouldn't because it's used as a blanket term for so many things.
We have more white terrorist attack in this country than Muslims have attempted to attack this country. So again, the media perpetuating and creating a hype.
But yeah, when it's somebody with a darker skin color, they always poke into what religion they belong to. When it's a white person, it's kind of, oh, it's just a crazy guy.
I guess the portrayal isn't fair, and it should be if you're committing the same thing. I don't know why. I don't see why it should be any different. If you're doing the same thing, you're not any better than someone else because a different race is doing the same thing. It makes no sense.
I just don't know what to say about that. It's really strange. It's not fair at all, though, because you don't know what a person's thinking. You can't be religious or too much of religion to do something like that, So that's what I think.
And since we already have so much trouble with Muslims anyway, that's like, let's add fuel to the fire.
That's a go-to. It's a go-to.
Well, it feels what agendas we have. Let's keep that going. You gotta keep that snowball rolling, type of deal.
It does seem like something weird is going on if they're just saying that it's Islam every time an Islamic person does some terrorist stuff. This should be counted as terrorism, no matter who it is.
I think that's awful. I think that's one of the biggest things that is wrong with how the government and the media is handling this, because it kind of pushes us to see people who are Muslim in a negative way, and we really look at them like they are terrorists, and we really start to stereotype, which is terrible. And we look, and then when it's a white shooter or something like that, then it's always, oh, there's something psychologically wrong with them, which isn't right, because not every person who's doing this is, psychologically sick.
Oh, definitely, because we're so prejudiced against other people in other countries. Like, did you hear about that incident about the freshman in high school? He was a Muslim and he brought this clock into school, but they thought it was a bomb. That's a definition of ignorance, because we just, if it was like some white kid that brought in a clock, they wouldn't have thought that it was a bomb. So it's just, we dehumanize everyone in all the different countries. Like, we call foreign people coming into another college, like, they're classified as aliens on the diversity scale. And it's just like a matter of like stepping out of our zone. We're so caught up in our own thoughts and we don't really branch out.
Actually, I'm really upset about it because I feel like the media actually exudes problems through certain kind of stereotypes, And it frustrates me because the problem's a problem. No matter what the color, the person, the size, the age, it's a problem. It's an issue. No matter what the reason was, it's not okay.
Since you brought it up, it made me feel kind of uneducated about certain facts. Maybe I should check it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the key to awareness and understanding other people.
Absolutely. Okay. Regardless, I'm full of love, and I love y'all. I love you, love y'all. Love y'all. Peace. Peace in the Middle East.